Good afternoon, everybody. This is Vonda Evans, and today I want to talk about losing a loved one and dealing with death and loss. You know, one of the things about death is that we don't get to see the person anymore. We don't talk to them on the phone. We can't, they're not here, and there's a loss. This past year, we've lost a lot of people, family and friends alike, who died unexpected, and some from illnesses. And today I want to talk about coping with the loss of a loved one. So, for everybody who, if you don't know, I am a Christian. And one of the things that I read in the Bible, and I didn't understand, it said that we are to cry when you're born and rejoice when you're dead. I'm like, I don't understand that. Because traditionally, life, the birth of a child, shows promise. It shows future. It's something that we celebrate. And death is something we mourn. We won't see that person anymore. We don't talk to him. We can't touch him. And so therefore, I was conflicted. I didn't really understand what that meant. And as I'm reading on, it talked about how God is the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. It's all one. It's like me. I'm a mom. I'm a daughter. And I'm a friend. It's all in one. But I'm the same person. And so as I'm reading and I'm trying to understand this, I say, oh, I get it. So what physics says is that you can only be in one place at one time. So if I'm in court, I am in court. If my daughter in New Orleans needs me, I cannot be with her because I'm in court. You can only be in one place at one time. So what does that mean? That means that if the loved ones, my family and friends, they have a need to talk to me, for me to counsel them, if I'm in a place, I'm not able to do that because that's what life is about. And so what happens is that we can't be everything to everybody in life. But one of the things that death does, if this is the body that we know, that we touch on the phone, we kiss, we love, we just, But when this body leaves us, emerges a spirit. That spirit can be in New Orleans with my daughter. It can be with me in the courtroom. It can be with my other daughter in Detroit. It can be with my mom. It could be with anyone. During this last year, after Marlon had passed, I was like, what am I going to do being a lawyer? And I can't tell you the times that I've summoned him when my back is against the wall. And I'm like saying, you need to give me some type of leadership. Tell me what to do. And all of a sudden I'll be directed this way or directed that way. And one time I actually hit a fence, put my foot on the accelerator instead of the brake. And I could hear this masculine voice say, put on the brake! My daughter has also recounted situations in which she felt that her father had visited both of my daughters, as well as his wife, as well as his mom. What that lets us know is this, that the spirit, the soul can be anywhere, and all we have to do is summons it through our thoughts, through our prayers, and then we get that direction. I'm going to leave you with a story. There was once a man, he was a rich king, and he was dying, and he did not want to be alone. And he had 4 wives. The first wife he loved the most. The second wife he also loved, but he was afraid she would leave him. The third wife was more of a confidant, and the fourth wife he just threw to the curb. He went to the first wife and said, listen, I am dying. Will you be with me? And the first wife said, absolutely not. He went to the second wife, who he suspected would not be there, and she said, I will remarry another when you die. And the third wife, the confidant and friend, says, I will bury you. And the fourth wife said, I will never leave you. The first wife was his body. He adorned his body with gold, with finery. The second wife was his job and his career. When you die, you can't take your job or career with you, so you will remarry someone who will get the benefit of what you've done. The third wife was his family and friends, those people that we love that will bury us. But the fourth wife was his soul. His soul said, I will never leave you. But the part of the fable is that the fourth wife he neglected, and she was frail. Because during his life, he did not take time to feed his soul. He didn't take the time to nourish the soul, because the soul is all that we have. Take comfort in knowing that our loved one is in a different form, and that when we think about them, we can bring them to remembrance. But more importantly, make sure you feed your fourth wife, that you take time to feed your soul, because your soul will be with you for eternity. This has been Vaughn Devins with another Positive Affirmations. Be blessed.